Last time we had a thing here. Ice levels, don't like him. Today we're gonna go into the clockwork. I don't know why clocks in games with an L. Always some of my favorite levels. I really like things that are just based on gears, I guess. It makes for a very fun and admittedly somewhat cliche at this point maybe, but it makes for very fun and good platforming all around. So I like it as a theme. I like it as a level mechanic. I hope that it does a lot with the conveyor belts in and of themselves are enough to make this somewhat worth it. Obviously, they're a little easy as far as mechanics go, but it'd be better if I could turn the conveyor belts around. Can I? There's probably gonna be a mechanic later in the level where I can do that. Right now, it just seems to fucking me over, which is fine as well. But it makes some of the jumps really fucking tight. So I don't quite like that as much. And there's surprise mouses. If nothing else, the theming for gear clocks and stuff like that, I love. So at least we can appreciate that. You know what? I'm just going to not take any unnecessary risks. And I don't know how you're supposed to get through that without getting hit. There's probably a very small window of opportunity there to use. I don't care. There seems like a secret path to... Oh, this is dangerous. Actually not that bad, I don't think. Because we can just do that. Yeah, it's not actually that bad at all. It's also not that valuable. I should have definitely gone and spent some money before going into a level with 8,000 gold, because I'm probably going to lose a fair amount of that. Yeah, that wasn't my brightest idea ever. I'll be the first to admit. Maybe we'll do this without any death. But it does mean that I'm going to be a little bit more conservative with my checkpoints, and they're going to be required to be a lot more valuable before I can actually consider... Wait, how? The fuck? That must mean that this is not death, right? Yeah, it's not. But it does mean that they have to be... Fuck me. Worth quite a bit more before... There's only 4 checkpoints in this one. I don't know if that's a good sign for me or a bad sign. It might mean that the level is shorter, which, again, I don't know if that's good or bad, because it means that there's less chance for me to fuck up the finances that we have. But it's also, again, I like this as a level theme, and if it wasn't so overdone, I'd probably use something like this as a level theme for my own game. Because it's very easy to make assets for it, because it's literally just metal gears, and Blender just has an option to make a gear as an object, so it's one of the easiest objects that I could make. But it's so overdone, so I don't think I'm going to use it, because I'm trying to keep the level themes relatively unique and creative in my game. I have a world theme that's all about making a movie, and I have a world theme that's all about making a painting. And I have a world theme that's all about making, or well, not making, but being inside of a computer. All that is a lot more unique than, look, it's gear clock. There's nothing wrong with that, but it's a little cliche, and I'm trying to be somewhat original with my level themes. Anyway, so how much is this worth? Not worth enough for me to take the risk to lose 1,500 gold. You know what? I'm actually going to take you out because you seem like you would also be a problem after I pass you. I could use a little bit of health. That would not be... That was scary! That would not be a bad idea to give me some health. Duh! Which button? Which button? Which button? That button. Okay. I'm already looking for the next checkpoint. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, no, fuck everything about that. Not dealing with that shit. Checkpoint or health? Health is also totally... There's some health down there. Okay, this is kind of tricky, but I kind of need to. It's a full chicken. It better have fucking been, right? If it wasn't a full chicken, I would have lost my fucking mind. You know what? I don't like this level anymore. This is kind of difficult. I'm a god. And that's a checkpoint. Again, taking that as a checkpoint. I don't give a shit. I stood on something right there. Oh, it's just a little wall. Oh, hold on. Hold on. That's a fun mechanic. Again, not particularly unique. No! I saw what I did after I jumped. So let's try it again. This time with this magic equipped, though. Do I care? Do I care enough? I don't think I care enough. Yeah, I certainly do not. Let's just keep on moving. Let's just keep on moving on. All the optional stuff that we're missing here, we'll do some overworld stuff once we exit the level. I just cannot be asked to take any such risk. The levels themselves are getting like super difficult at this point. Well, not super difficult. I'm gonna die. Hold on. Did I just... This can't... Oh, that's why. That's why. That's why. That's why I have to stay with the auto-scrolling thing. That being said, this is better than the usual auto-scroller, because had I had more than 2 working brain cells, I would have been able to use my... I don't know why you would ever go up here. Unless you can jump over that. That would be kind of neat. Had I used my invincibility there, fuck me. I would have been able to make it back, probably. But I lost my money anyway, so... The good thing that we didn't buy any more HP or magic upgrades before we went into this level, is it? I'm so fucking happy that we, I don't know why that section is there, to be honest. That just seems... bad. You know what? That worked! That worked better than what I was expecting to do. I was expecting to have a lot more trouble there. You guys I can kind of deal with, though, so that's not really a problem. There might be a problem, there might be a problem, there might be a problem after all. It isn't. And it's right away, we have another checkpoint. This one, again, keeping as a checkpoint. There's only 1 checkpoint to go. This is a relatively short level, and I'm kind of here for it, because it's also definitely... It's the most stressful combined with fun level that we've had so far. Some of these levels have been very, very annoying, and not even necessarily stressful, just frustrating, right? This definitely is the best combination between it being terrifying, but also being really fucking fun. This is definitely my favorite level in the game so far. I have no idea how I'm supposed to get up there. I don't care. I'm assuming we're getting... Okay! Vertical auto-scrolling. That's... If there's one thing that I hate more than auto-scrolling, it's fucking vertical auto-scrolling. Why does this always happen? Whenever I say something good about a game or a level, it immediately just wants to prove me wrong. Because, well, actually, this is a pretty... Never mind, I hate it. Whoever made that section should burn in hell. They might already be, for all I know. I don't know. Somebody might have fucking murdered them over that, and I wouldn't necessarily disagree. I would. Everybody who worked on this game is a fucking legend. And deserves nothing but praise. But some of them are maybe also ever so slightly sadistic. So, yeah, that health upgrade isn't really going to do much for me, but thanks anyway. So even a health upgrade is just a full heal. You know what? Again, I'm just going to skip past you, because why the fuck wouldn't I? Same here. Just going to skip past you, because why the fuck wouldn't I? How do you do that? There's clearly something up there to the left. We are back here. Okay. The issue last time wasn't even that I was too slow, because the auto-scrolling speed here is really fucking low. Sorry for burping into the mic. But now I also need to go back to get my money. You know what? Nobody likes money anyway. No. Okay, I'm safe here for a moment. I'm safe here. Until I'm not. Which is right about now. No. Okay, and then we jump. And it stops auto-scrolling. Okay, so this has to be a checkpoint. But there's also a secret. Which I can't get to anymore right now. Fucking amazing. It's just some food. Okay, I really don't care. It's time for Tinker Night. Which means it's time for boss killing magic. There's a lot less... you probably have two phases. Yeah, you definitely have two phases. You have this, and then either when you're halfway through the HP bar, or when this phase is dead. It's probably when this phase is dead, you're going to have like a robot. Or you're just that easy? No, you have a robot. I kind of figured. That was too easy. Now the real fight starts. So that entire thing is just a oh my god, you do have a robot, and it's a big ass robot. Holy shit. Do you have a big hitbox as well? You don't have a big hitbox, so this might be the first boss fight, which is actually... Yeah, this one is kind of immune to the boss killer magic. It's not immune, but it doesn't particularly deal more extra damage. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to get up to your shoulder, and then we're just going to stand here, do that twice, and... Actually... No! Oh, bad. Not bad. Can I send these back at you? I think I might be able to bounce on them, at least. I'm definitely going to lose this. I know, I just need to avoid these, I think. Okay. Just make this quick. God damn it. Okay, I'm definitely going... Okay, you can bounce on them. That actually... That. Okay. Long story short. Don't waste magic on the first bit. Wasting magic on the first bit is a real bad idea. And even then, the magic that you do have is going to be significantly less useful. Because it won't bounce around the same way that it does for other bosses. So, we have what is by far the most fun I've had in a level so far, combined with a boss that's immune to my go-to strategy, which you might see as me, like, complaining. That's a very good thing. A game where you can beat every boss in the exact same way is a game that doesn't have very well-designed bosses, or very overpowered magic, in this case, right? I also feel like you can just maybe... Oh no, I didn't get money from beating the boss. I got money because I got one of my death sacks back, for lack of a better term. Okay, so we can just stand here for a while and just do that. Right? That's how that works? No. That's not quite how that works. It's close to how that works. But I am bad. I am actually horrible at this fight. It's probably my favorite fight so far, because again, I have to actually like use game mechanics rather than just relying on the same goddamn magic over and over again, which I appreciate a lot. You can just jump. Oh, that makes that section a lot easier. Now I just have to stop being a blind idiot. Okay, we're safe here. Oh, we're not damaged when we... So why does that sometimes damage me and sometimes not? Somebody care to explain? Because I would very much like to know, because it confuses me to no end. I'm not gonna lie, this boss fight, just as this level, very stressful. There we go. I only have 1 HP left and I'm dead again. And he still had 4 HP left. Okay. I'm starting to think the way to go about this boss fight very much is invincibility. I think invincibility is the way to go here. Because there's so many things flying all over the screen at any given point. And, okay, that was just stupid on my part. But there's so many things flying on screen at any given point that it's probably just best to just walk through it with invincibility. And try to perfect this section of the fight as well. I wouldn't call this perfected, necessarily. As a matter of fact, I'm actually doing pretty fucking poorly. I've lost, like, 5 hits to this to this part of the fight. Getting a bit Souls-likey. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not at all. I'm loving this fight. I have no idea how I'm going to fit it in a thumbnail. But still, very much a fun fight. Okay. So, those missiles from his shoulder always go in the same order. So I just have to be mindful of that. So now we have that. Then we have enough time to hit you twice. Hit you once. Hit you twice. Okay. Once you've got that pattern down, hitting him, actually not that difficult. It's more of a matter of how the fuck do I get up there. And that is by just abusing this magic. I could have hit him 3 times there. That would have been amazing. Actually, just staying up here is probably like... It's not even that difficult to stay up there. It's the funny thing. Especially with this magic. Okay, that was actually... That made it a little bit more tricky. But with that magic, it's not that difficult to get up there. And just staying up here. Okay, never mind. This boss fight's fucking easy as well. It requires... I maintain that it's probably one of the better boss fights we've had so far. Because it requires different problem solving than all the other fights. Which are mostly just if you have that one type of magic, you just yeet them. This required me to use another kind of magic to make it easier, but also just different strategies. You have to actually platform, and that's what I always say about boss fights, is they have to reflect the actual gameplay in some meaningful way. And that's one thing that, admittedly, Shovel Knight so far hasn't been doing a great job of, incorporating platforming elements into the boss fights, which generally platforming bosses do suffer, because this is a difficult thing to do. This game has shown so far that it is... exactly that, difficult, but not impossible, because we just saw that. Oh, okay. The Enchantress, stuff, Black Knight. I'm probably gonna die. I should have spent money. Okay. You know what? What's good? We can probably rely on our good old strategy, just hitting things with this magic again. So that's neat. There we go. As you can see, we can definitely do that. And I'm probably going to upgrade magic more so than... Okay, that's unfortunate. More so than HP at this point, because I don't think HP is by far my limiting factor in most fights. Like, in some levels, like the level we just did, it's definitely a scary bit. But... by and large, I think the magic is the bottleneck against the boss fights, which is where I feel like we can use these upgrades the most. But maybe I'm doing fine without the magic here as well, so maybe some more HP wouldn't hurt either. I guess at the end of the day, if you have a good offense, you don't need a good of a defense. Because if you are hitting the enemy, it can't be hitting you. While more HP just means that it takes longer for you to die. As you can clearly see right now, because I'm doing horribly. Okay, let's just focus here for a quick fucking second. You only have 2 hits left. And there we go. How long are we still? Oh, we still have about 10 minutes or so for this recording. I definitely need to go get some upgrades though, because I've got 12k just in the bank, and... that's not a good thing to have on your person for so long. Question is, can I I don't think I can. Wait a second, we've got a shortcut here. What does the shortcut do? Oh, it yeets you back to the start of the... Yeah, exactly where I wanted to be, is where it yeets you back to. Yeah, I don't have a lot of music for you, because I've started saying fuck that to optional challenges mostly. But still, thanks. I appreciate that. 6,000 for some more mana, and I think this probably... Hold on. Thanks for buying my meal tickets. I'm all either had more, but they became meals before I... Okay, we are at max HP. We are in fact at max HP. And the next magic upgrade is 8k, so we can't buy that. I guess we might as well just go see if we have any magic that we particularly want to... Oh, there is a certain magic that would have absolutely hard countered that Tinker fight. And you'll see it right now. Because it's the pickaxe lobbing thing. That absolutely probably would have hard countered him. Because you could just stand under him, I imagine, and just throw those things at his face. And just hit him without too much effort. Okay, that's fair enough. Ride over hazards and reach higher places. Mobile gear. Don't know what that is. I'm going to refrain from buying anything because it doesn't seem like we particularly need anything. Then again, no. I am going to buy the pickaxe magic because it could have been useful in the last fight. It might be useful in either a boss fight or anything, like just a part of a level going forward. So I'm actually going to buy this because it seems like it's a useful thing to have. There's also one more part of the... Just the catapult there, it kind of throws me. There's also one more other place that I want to go check out in today's episode before we leave. And that's the dashing path or whatever it's called. So let's go over here. Because we can do such things as that, which is really fucking awesome. Again, terrifying, but it's really awesome. And then we can do the rest of this challenge. I don't think that this challenge is... okay. Gonna be as difficult as the phasing challenge, I say, but then I turn around in midair for no fucking good reason whatsoever, so... Joke's on me, I guess. You don't have to give any directional inputs for it. Good thing I spent that money, isn't it? Hadn't I spent that money, I would have been losing the money right now. And that certainly is something that we do not want. Okay. Can I just... No, I actually do need to do it mid-air. Okay, and now we've got lava drips to go with it. Okay, see, it's not that difficult. This one we're just going to go all the way over. I cannot be fucked to deal with this. And now we... Okay, so there's bubbles. So what we do is we do 1, 2, 3. We do a bounce and then we do 1, 2, 3 again. Okay, that's not easy. I was expecting this to be an easy obstacle course. It very much is not. And I like that. I like a little bit of difficulty. I mean, we just did that Tinker's level, which my blood pressure was like up there the entire time. And I was having fun. Games aren't fun if they're always easy. They have to be hard. Not unfair, but they have to be hard. Like an easy game just doesn't do it quite the same way as a more difficult one. That being said, this actually kind of seems not that bad. Okay, brutal. Brutal. Not that brutal. Brutal. Not that bad. Not that bad. It's very bad. Brutal. It's very brutal. You might be wondering, has he gone actually mad this time? And if you are wondering that, I would very much like to give you the most honest answer of my life, and that is you must be new around here. Because if you think that I've gone mad, you clearly don't know that I'm absolutely fucking livid and insane. Mostly insane. I thought we would be able to just quickly do this after doing a level, right? Thought that would be reasonable to assume. Yeah, no. No, it is actually... It is... I don't want to say more difficult than the Tenkara Knight level, because that was a ride. I'm not going to bother with that money. All the money that I have and I'll lose right here is just gone, and I don't give a shit about. That was scary there for a moment. This has to be one of the last sections of the level, right? It's not. Okay, so we 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we... This part, easy mode. Worth it? I don't know. Fun? Definitely. And with that, I think we're going to end it here for today. Next time, I guess we have to fight that character, and then we do what I assume to be the last normal level of the game. So we're getting close to the end, and then I think it's time for Sonic Colors afterwards. So do get prepared for that. See ya.